What's up, YouTube? What's up? It's JFlood201 and I'm back. We're gonna react to the WoW Midnight trailer. Bow, 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 bow. So, if you know me, you know I'm really not a fan of anything after Classic World of Warcraft. I really only come back to play versions of Classic World of Warcraft. And I think that all iterations of Classic are terminated essentially after Wrath of the Lich King. Even Wrath of the Lich King is borderline retail, in my opinion. But there's Classic, there's the Burning Crusade, and then there's Wrath of the Lich King. And I think everything after that is, you know, what I would consider retail World of Warcraft, which is a far lesser product. It's not very fun. There's no real incentive to build a sense of community or communicate with other players, and everything about the storylines seems to get kind of muddled, watered down, and all of the familiar bad guys are used, rinse and repeat, in and out of stuff. So I have a very different grading scale for World of Warcraft stuff and retail stuff. For example, when they announced that they were going to make Mists of Pandaria Classic, I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard. Mists, in my opinion, was by far the worst version of World of Warcraft. Who the heck wants to play Kung Fu Panda, monks, and all these other additional classes? It's really stupid in my mind. And I really dislike it. It's like, if you can imagine your favorite thing getting ruined, you know, over and over and over again. That's kind of what it felt like for me. That being said, though, there were a couple iterations that brought me back because more or less of the lore, of the story, and some cool, neat little ideas. One of them was Legion. I remember I came back to play Legion, World of Warcraft, because I think that's the version where you get your own artifact item, which is like one up from, or legendary item, which is one above epic, right? It's like not a lot of people ever get a legendary item, and those that do, you know, it's like a really big moment for them. So that being said, I returned to World of Warcraft to play the Anniversary Classic. I played Classic back in 2019, and then of course I played Classic, TBC, and Wrath you know, when I was like in middle school, high school, and I think I even started in middle school. Yeah. Anyway, so with that, we're gonna jump right into this trailer for the newest version of retail World of Warcraft, which is a weird thing to say in the first place. But it's called Midnight. The game version before this, they of course did more stupid crap and gave everybody a dragon ability. So you could just be a dragon now. You don't need to get a dragon mount. You don't need to kill them like in TBC and like acquire one through raiding. You know, essentially everybody is for everything. And yeah, it'll be very hard to impress me with anything. However, the cinematic trailers are often really, really cool. The cinematic trailer for Legion is one of the reasons that I even had an open mind to it in the first place. And then when a few of my friends said that they were going to be playing it again and that everybody was getting a legendary item, I was like, well, even though everybody gets one, which is one of the things that like really upsets me, it still did sound pretty cool, and I was open to it. So I did play it for a while. And it was really only fun because I played it with people that I knew in real life. Like if I played the game with people like over Discord, or that like I was trying to meet in a guild, because of how the gameplay is designed in all of the new retail versions, I don't think I would have played it or enjoyed it. But because I was playing with my friends from real life, I did. I enjoyed it. It seemed kind of nostalgic and a lot more like Classic WoW to me, because I knew the people that I was playing with and I had a sense of community, so we would do things together. You know, you didn't just hop into looking for raid at Finder or whatever and like the RNG would just pick a group for you. But this is not a rant about World of Warcraft and why it's terrible now and everything after Wrath of the Lich King is dog shit. This is an open-minded. We're gonna do a reaction to the Midnight trailer. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a open-minded reaction to the Midnight trailer. So, with that, I'm gonna put myself on on follow mode, and yeah, let's jump right into it. All right. All right, man. Here, let me get my character. Oh, boom. Let me get my character. Boom. Over to the ledge, and then we're gonna hit play. Thanks for bearing with me. I do appreciate it, you guys. What the heck? Why the heck is this? Oh no! Oh no! That's crazy. I thought you could jump all the way across, but you can't. Alright, whatever. Yeah, let's do it. Without further ado, this is the Midnight cinematic trailer for the new World of Warcraft. Should be released, I think, in like 2 months. Let's get into it.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me and by its grace am I made.
Sorry, we're gonna shut off. Thank you.
One with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Liadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Liadrin, Blood Elves.
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath. Little elves. I can see you grow weary.
Oh,
How much longer can you hold out? Flee and see.
so she's clearly got that dark arcane energy. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's supposed to be like shadow magic or if that's supposed to be like arcane magic. But I mean, she's a paladin. He is a paladin. I forget their names, but one of them, that dude is like one of the paladin generals for the Blood Elves. And if you remember in TBC is like the first version of Warcraft where both factions get both shaman and paladin. So now as Horde you can play a Blood Elf paladin, and as Alliance you can play like a whatever they are, the space cows, the Moonkin or whatever the fuck. No, what are they called? Not Moonkin, because that's Druid. I don't even know what the Alliance ones were called, but they were like these purple space dudes. Really a poor choice in terms of the Draenei. There we go. You could play a Draenei shaman, right? So yeah, he's like one of the really important Blood Elves. That much I do remember. But alright. I'm not a big fan of anything after Classic. The idea that we all get to do whatever the fuck we want. I can be a paladin if I want. There's no consequences for picking my faction. Everybody gets this equal playing field and all this shit. Like, I really think that that's what made the game bad. You know what I mean? Like decisions like that to improve the quality of life, if you will, for players. I think that's what made the game bad. You know, is there were ways to do that. All you had to do was re-roll. Like all you had to do was join a PvE server and play Alliance and make a paladin. Like, you know what I mean? Like there were just small little things like that, because you could still do TBC. Anyway, that's not why we're watching this. So far, the trailer's freaking sick, alright? And I like the use of characters that even somebody like myself can recognize, because I don't know anything about the lore. I don't know anything about who's important. I know, you know, Thrall is the coolest. I know a couple of the Alliance generals, you know, but I'm really more of a Horde guy. I like the Horde. I don't really like Alliance. Alliance is kind of lame. That's what I think. Alliance is lame. I do like playing stuff like Alliance. Like I'll admit, like Alliance is fun. But they're just not cool, and they're not memorable the way that the Horde is. That's just my opinion. Unless it's the Night Elves. The Night Elves are dope. What's the name of the Night Elf leader? See, I'm not that great with the lore. But I recognize her. I recognize him. I really recognize him. And the bad lady, I don't recognize her at all, but I'm sure she's important. Sick trailer so far. Sick trailer so far. Sick trailer so far.
Save yourselves.
Amazing graphics too, like unreal. These graphics are amazing.
Adrian, don't.
Light be with you. You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy.
Oh snap, her faith is broken.
I don't know
That's
if
everything,
I
bro.
deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength. I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
Oh snap.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us.
Oh shit, who was that? Was that the little human dude? The OG paladin? Oh, look, he broke it. Fuck that noise. Whoa. That's sort of...
The Sunwell will not fall!
Not while we draw breath.
Gangster. Alright, gangster, gangster. I like that, I like that. Alright, so takeaway. Pretty dope. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's worth playing because that doesn't mean anything. It's just a really cool cinematic trailer. And the idea of like everybody, I think in this new one everybody's gonna get their own house and stuff. I'll just say this, like the gameplay of all these new games is dog. It's just dog shit, bro. It's like a fuzzy collectibles game. It's like, you know, how many mounts can we sell you? What achievements do you want? There's just no uniqueness to anything, no uniqueness to the storyline, and no sense of community at all. No reason to play together. There's really nothing to do in the game except for spam your way to max level and collect mounts. You know what I mean? So that you can brag in your Discord to your, you know, your weird cat girlfriend. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel about retail players. Is that they're all like, they all look like Asmongold and you know, have cat girlfriends. You know? And are like closet gay. You know? And just weird. Just weirdos. Just like, you know. Like I'll just be honest. Asmon can be funny and it makes sense that he's good at World of Warcraft, but like if you ever met Asmon in real life, you'd be like, what the fuck, bro? You're a fucking loser, dude. Like, what is life, dude? You know, I don't understand it. I certainly would never want to be like him. You know what I mean? I really wouldn't. Never in a million years, you know? You couldn't pay me to live like that or be like that. You know, balding long hair, shaped like a noodle, skin that's never seen the sun, just giving off incel vibes. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, dude's cool. Like, I've watched his content. I think he's great at the game. I think he's got some funny insights. His chat is funny. You know, like, I like Asmongold videos. Like, I gotta watch them sometimes, you know? But I'm also one of those people where it's like, if I watch like 2 of them in a row, I start to like feel ill. You know? Or like, whoa, like what is happening to our society? You know? Like this is the downfall of humanity, is that we have people like him making lots and lots of money on, you know, sitting on their behind, playing games like World of Warcraft and drinking Dr. Pepper. It's like frightening. You know what I mean? Like it's like, whoa. But hey, I'm trying to do the same thing, so don't hate the player, hate the game, you know? And more props to him. Midnight. So back to Midnight. Midnight looks alright, you know? I don't think I'll play it. I gotta watch the gameplay trailer. We'll probably watch that together, and I'll probably do a reaction to that. But the cinematic trailers from Blizzard are just fantastic. They get better and better and better every freaking year. You know what I mean? Every new like expansion and reiteration of Classica is just getting doper and doper and doper, bro. It's a cool little world to live in, the World of Warcraft fandom. Because even as somebody who like a classic Andy, like fascist, if you will, like where it's like I cannot take or tolerate or have any sympathy or not a damn single kind word to say about anything after, you know, Wrath of the Lich King. And even Wrath of the Lich King for me is like pushing the envelope, where it's like it's pretty much retail, but it's not all the way there, you know. Yeah, like I still like watching what they're doing. I like seeing that there are still people that play it, even if I hate those people. And I want them to one day do better again. Like I want them to one day make Azeroth great again, right? Like I hope we all return to Azeroth and that we can get a similar experience to the classic one. That'll probably never happen until there's ever a World of Warcraft 2. Which will probably never happen until people stop playing this version And so, you know, maybe my kids will be able to play WoW too. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, I get to talk shit about their dumbass new retail versions and how we all get to build our own, you know, Barbie dream house in Azeroth now, and that's the big draw. While we saved the Sunwell, probably for like the second time, at least. I'm not really one to stay up on the lore, but probably something similar to like the last raid of Burning Crusade, you know? And it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Alright, that's it. That's my take. I liked the trailer. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. Big fan of everything World of Warcraft. A hater but a lover. You heard it from me, JFlood201. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for other content. You know, I've been playing Battlefield, the campaign mode in Battlefield, and it's been pretty dope. I died in this last mission, you know, and I gotta remember not to go away from the keyboard or like check my phone for too long, because sometimes when I do these like PlayStation uploads, because there's no camera, you know, it's like probably dull to watch. It's not set to music or anything like that. I'm not talking into a microphone. So I've got to find a way to like make the content or like the gameplay itself like fun and more entertaining to watch. And so I'm thinking of like recording it and then recording me over it, like reacting almost to my own gameplay. Because I simply just don't have a good enough computer and the budget to rebuild this computer right now to make it so that I could play WoW and a bunch of first-person shooters on it and content like that. I gotta find a way to stream off of my PlayStation, you know? And not just stream the gameplay, but like have me on camera. So if you guys have like insights into how to do that, you know, reach out to me on Instagram, JFlood201. Alright guys, love the trailer, look for more content, and I'll see you guys